The dance, it's a beautiful thing to watch, the end product, when you see a couple moving on the floor almost effortlessly, as if they're not even thinking about it. As you watch them spin and as you watch them lift and move and touch and release and come back together, you have to wonder how they got to that place, because the finished product's always fun to watch, but my guess is that the steps from solo to partnership are long and difficult. I mean, even in choosing your partner for the first time, if you're a solo dancer and you decide that you're going to enter into this relationship with someone else, how you select that person, their temperament, their commitment, their passion for dancing, what they're good at versus what you're good at. I would imagine that the good partnerships are formed out of people who are very committed to the process, who are passionate about the art itself, and who are willing to acknowledge where they are weak and accept where their partner is strong. But even after choosing a partnership, it's got to be a difficult process. The daily or hourly practicing and rehearsing, and you have to wonder how often "I'm sorry" is said in that context of first learning the art of being a partner, a duet. There's probably a lot of toes that are stepped on, ankles that are kicked, sometimes probably intentionally, sometimes probably not. Marks are missed over and over and over again, and there's got to be this sense that even at times that, is this going to work? Is this an exercise in futility? Can we be a good partnership? My guess is that there's a lot of chaos at the very beginning when you're learning how to handle the new context of being dependent upon someone else and also having them be dependent upon you. And so it's my guess that the art of dancing involves a lot of grace, that there has to be a lot of willingness to start over and do it again, one more time. It's okay. But the end goal is so beautiful when you see it take place. Who do you congratulate after a good partnership dance? Who do you say well done to? You can't say it to one or the other, it's to both, because they are one. There's got to be a lot of forgiveness as you enter into this partnership, because you're getting to know the other person, they're getting to know you, and it's likely that the best partnerships are not two people who are really good at the same thing, but rather two people who complement each other, that where one is weak, the other can be strong, and vice versa. Maybe someone's really good at picking up choreography, and maybe someone else is very good at the intricacies of hand position and head position, and so there's that complementarianism that is able to take place when two people come together. Partnership requires that you're submissive to the other person, that you're forgiving of the other person. You have to imagine that there's a lot of apologizing that goes on early on in the dancing, that toes are stepped on and ankles are kicked and frustrations are vented and people are mad at each other, and there's this sense that early on you're having to give so much and take so much and learn how to kind of come together around this routine that will be your product. There's got to be a lot of grace and forgiveness that's shown. Both people have to be committed to the process, or it's not going to work. 100% committed to the process, or there's going to be this sense that you're letting me down. Like, I'm in this to win, but you don't seem to be fully committed. I'm guessing you can't jump from partner to partner, and when you get frustrated with your partner, it probably doesn't do you a lot of good to just go find someone else, because of the time and investment that is required in coming up to the high level of performance. It's a costly investment, and therefore something that you stick with to see the fruit bore over time, not immediately. Long-term partnerships must just be almost freakish to observe, even after 10 or 12 or 15 or 20 years dancing together. What do you work on? It's not where I put my right foot or where you put your left hand. Now it's, how is my chin positioned, or is my wrist broken a little, or is it perfectly straight? The nuances of continuing to work and practice the art of dancing. We may not even be able to know in some situations the difference between a really good couple or a couple that's struggling, because they've been doing it for so long, and my guess is that the work is never done, that there's always a process going on and trying to rise to the highest level of performance. The high-level dance partnerships are spectacular examples of oneness.